Hi guys, 1 Kings chapter 19 tells the story of Elijah at the cave, and he's listening out for the voice of God. But the voice of God doesn't come in the storm or in the earthquake or in the fire. But the voice of God comes in the whisper, in the gentle whisper. And so often there's so much noise and there's so many other distractions, and actually not even just distractions, there's so many powerful things that come our way that seem awesome, that seem incredible, that even seem amazing, that even sometimes seem from God. And yet the voice of God isn't there. God calls us to the quiet whisper, the gentle whisper. That's the direction that God is calling us to go. And I love the way that in the story in 1 Kings 19, Elijah pulls his cloak up around him and he walks towards the cave. So it's not just the fact that God is in the quiet and he's not in the powerful, noisy stuff that's going on around. There's an action for us. You see, if God's voice just came like a booming sound of thunder, then we wouldn't have to do anything. We would hear it. We would just, there'd be no faith. There'd be no action on our part that's needed. But actually Elijah pulled up his cloak and he walked towards the opening of the cave because he wanted to get close to God. And he had to do something. He had an action to take. And that's what God calls us to. That's what God calls you and me to. He doesn't just want us to be passive and to just have everything laid on a plate for God to just kind of give it to us. But actually God calls us to action. God calls us to do something. And God calls us to walk closely with him. God calls us to strive after him. And the better we do and the more we do, the clearer we hear that gentle whisper. Because we begin to walk alongside him. We begin to understand his voice and his footsteps. And no longer do we even hear the distraction of the wind and the fire and the earthquake. But actually the only thing that we hear, because we're attentive to it now, is the gentle whisper of God. And so I challenge you and I challenge myself to wait in the quiet. And when I mean wait, I don't mean sit and do nothing. I mean actively wait, seek after God, lean into him, and press into what God is doing in this world. And we will hear that quiet whisper. We will hear that direction that God is calling us to today.